Hello everyone and welcome again. Today we are going to recap a movie called The Suicide Squad 2021. Our movie begins with the prison manager and the one who invented the Suicide Squad program, who is called Waller. She brought a prisoner to lead the Suicide Squad on a mission, and she told him, "You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull." The officer Red Flag responded, "So this is the famous Suicide Squad. Well, we consider that term degrading. The official term is Task Force X. And love 'em or hate 'em, these are your brothers and sisters for the next few days." And she is sending the first Suicide Squad on a mission. And the plane took them to the place of the mission. And when they arrived, they found an ambush and they were killed. But the officer, who is called Red Flag, and Harley Quinn were still alive. We moved to 3 days before the mission. Waller went to a prisoner to make him join the Suicide Squad. He is Robert Dubois, a world-class marksman. In his hands, anything is a deadly weapon. His father was a mercenary who trained his son to kill from the moment he was born. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet, but he refused to join them. Then they said to Dubois, "You have a visitor." And it turned to be his daughter that is convicted. And he asked her why you came here. She said, "Because Miss Waller said that you may help me out." Then he went to Waller and said, "To get me to lead your mission, you're going to send my 14-year-old daughter to prison?" She responded, "No. Your daughter is 16, Dubois. You're a real father of the year. Fine. You know what? Tyla needs to grow up anyway because she's a little ditzy like her mother. So, a year in juvie? No problem. Not juvie. Being 16 in the state of Louisiana means that under the right circumstances, she could be tried as an adult, and, if convicted, could be sent right here to old Belle Reve. And in here, well, you never know what might happen to a frail young thing like that. Shames me to say that we have the highest mortality rate in the entire U.S. prison system. You have the military experience necessary. And everything in your psychological profile tells me you have what it takes to be a leader." Then the prison manager Waller managed to make a new group of prisoners who have superpowers. And she told them information about the mission and the plan of the mission. She said, "Corto Maltese is a small island nation off the coast of South America. Over the past 100 years, the country has been ruled with an iron fist by the Herrera family. But a week ago, this guy, General Silvio Luna, along with his right-hand man, Mayor General Mateo Suarez, took control of the Corto Maltese government in a violent military coup. The entire Herrera family were hanged in a public execution. Although the United States did not condone the excesses of the Herrera regime, they were non-antagonistic toward the U.S. Luna, however, is virulently anti-American. This is Jotunheim, a scientific experimentation facility containing something known only as Project Starfish. Our intelligence sources tell us that Starfish is extraterrestrial in origin. In the hands of the Luna regime, it is potentially cataclysmic for Americans and the world. Your mission is to infiltrate Jotunheim and destroy every trace of Project Starfish. Gaius Greaves, the Thinker, is a geneticist in charge of Project Starfish. After hours, he hangs out at a gentleman's club known as La Gatita Amable. Get Greaves to help you by whatever means necessary, and he can get you into Jotunheim." Then they went on their mission, and when they reached the shore after the first Suicide Squad were killed, and it turned to be that the first Suicide Squad was a bait for distraction, so the new Suicide Squad could land on the shore without any resistance. Then the prison manager told the leader of the new Suicide Squad, who is called Dubois, to free the officer Red Flag. So, they went to free the officer Red Flag, and they had orders that they must kill everyone comes in front of them. And they actually killed everyone. And when they found the officer Red Flag, it turned to be that these people saved him, and that their leader has the same goal as them, and she told them that she will help them to reach Greaves. Then Greaves went to Luna family, and he was bothered about killing his workers. Then Silvio Luna said that with the Starfish project, the world will take them seriously. Then Greaves said that he worked on this project for 30 years, and that he is the only one who can deal with it. Then we see that the Luna family captured Harley Quinn, And then they made her beautiful and took her to Silvio Luna's palace. Then she met him, and he welcomed her. Then they had a dinner. And he told her that his family wanted him to marry her. And he didn't want it first. But when he saw how beautiful he became addicted to her. Then he told her that the Germans built this Jotunheim building to make their experiments there when they escaped from the World War II. Then Herrera family informed the police about them and they took money on their heads. And then there was a rumor that there is a monster there and that the Herrera family took a lot of people there and used them in their experiments with the monster. And this rumor turned out to be true. And this monster is the Starfish Project. Then suddenly, Harley Quinn killed Silvio Luna with a gun. Then the guards entered and arrested her. Then Silvio's brother. The General Suarez took the leadership of the family, and he burned all his brother's birds as a signal that he is different from his brother. And he said that they will dominate the big countries like Russia and the United States of America with their monster. And he ordered his assistant to interrogate Harley Quinn, and to search about more persons as the USA may not send Harley Quinn alone, and he ordered to kill them when they find them. Then the Suicide Squad went and ambushed a van with a driver called Melton, they know from the lady who saved the officer Red Flag. And they killed the other people who were in the van except Melton. Then the officer Red Flag said to the lady who saved him that the Jotunheim building will be heavily guarded. She said to him that you may be killed. But he said, if what I think is correct, then the palace will be less guarded and Suarez and the other generals will be easy targets. Then the prison manager told them that there will not be a signal there. Then she reminded Du Bois that she had his daughter to force him do the mission. Then they ride the van and starts to talk about their sad background they came from and how bad it affected them. Then they reached a nightclub where Greaves will be, and waiting him to arrive, they decided to drink and to enjoy themselves and have fun as it might be their last time if they die. Then Greaves entered the nightclub, and Du Bois threatened him with a gun to take him with them, and the police arrived to the nightclub searching for the American Suicide Squad. And Du Bois gave Greaves to some of the team to take him from the back door to the van, and he and the other guys will distract the police. Then they took him and they drove the van, but the police arrested the Red Flag and Du Bois and the third member who is called Peacemaker. Then the officer who arrested them told them that they will join Harley Quinn. The Red Flag said, Harley Quinn is still alive. The officer said, yes, but maybe not well as the interrogation may be hard. Then the officer gave Du Bois a cigarette, and Du Bois told him that we can kill a man with one hit. Then they hit the police simultaneously and killed them. Then the Peacemaker took the rifle and killed the driver. Then the car rolled down the road. But the rest of the team came with the van. Then they rised from the rolled down car and said, let's do the Operation Jotunheim. But the Red Flag said, no, let's save Harley Quinn first. Then we go to Harley Quinn, who is being tortured while being interrogated from Suarez and his men. And the Suicide Squad ride on their way going to save Harley Quinn. And when they reach their destination, they distribute their roles. And they hope she is still alive. But Harley Quinn managed to kill the guard after Suarez left. Then she took the keys and unlocked herself. And then she went to kill every one of the guards outside the room, and she put on a show while killing all the guards in the palace. But then she went to outside of the palace and she stopped a taxi. But then she saw two of the Suicide Squad running in front of her. Then while they were invading the place to save her, she appeared, and they told her that they were on a plan to save her. So, she was emotionally touched. Then they went to do the Jotunheim operation, and they told Greaves that if the information he told them was wrong, they will kill him. And the Red Flag told him that they will use him to pass the cornea scanner when they get inside, and he told them that there is a lot of cameras in the place. They told him that they will deal with it. Then they tell him the plan that he will take them to the Starfish, and that they will put explosives in the building from the top to the bottom, and they will explode the building when they get out. Then they moved on their way to the Jotunheim building, and when they reached it, they killed all the outside guards. Then they used Greaves to pass the cornea scanner, and then they entered the building. Then they damaged the lock scanner, and they locked the door. So when the guards came, they couldn't enter the building. Then they started to put the explosives in the building, and then a call came to Suarez that there are invaders to Jotunheim building. So, he ordered the armed forces to interfere. Then the lady that saved the officer Red Flag and her people went to invade the palace. And the rest of the Suicide Squad went to the experiments hall. And they found a lot of people suffering from the experiments, and terrible things happened to them at the hands of Greaves. Then one member of the Suicide Squad said, "We need to help these people." Greaves said, "Impossible, dear. They're corpses below those stars." Then he continued, "They are the fodder of powerful men through every age. Dissidents, journalists, political rivals, and their loved ones. Oh, please unclutch your pearls, Flag. We serve the same master." The Red Flag said, "We are here to stop you." Greaves responded, "Child, your government didn't send you here to protect the world from alien technology. Your government sent you here to cover up their part in it." The Red Flag said, "You are a liar." Greaves responded, "American astronauts found Starro. Although the Cold War was ended, your government saw the potential in weaponizing such a powerful beast, but banished the thought of any such experiments being held on American soil. Your people have always been squeamish about the sacrifices necessary for scientific advancement. So, the United States made a secret deal with the Corto Maltese government to conduct their illegal experiments here in Jotunheim, and they hired me to oversee them. And now, because of a run-of-the-mill military coup, they're going to destroy 30 years' worth of efforts." Then the Peacemaker entered and said, "You are the real victim here." The Red Flag said, "What are you doing here? You are supposed to be upstairs planting explosives." Then the Red Flag took the records of Greaves, and he said, "I joined the military to serve my country, not to be its puppet. I will show this to the press. People deserve to know. I'm tired of covering up their dirty little secrets. This time they are going to be held account." Then the Peacemaker said, "I can't let you do that, Colonel. I'm truly sorry. Miss Waller charged me with making sure those records don't leave this building." The Red Flag said, "Of course I should have known. Waller's always got a backup." Then the place started to collapse as they set off the explosives too early. Then the Peacemaker said, "That information gets out. It causes an international incident. Keeping the peace is worth any price, including the life of a hero like yours, sir. So please, don't make me do this." Then the floor collapsed and the monster took Greaves, and he tried to calm it down by saying, "Okay, we gotta calm down. Let's talk about this. I understand where you're coming from. I crossed a line. Okay, I crossed a line. I realize that, but I'm ready to change. I am ready to change. And I didn't mean to hurt you, but the monster killed him. Then the Peacemaker and the Red Flag fought each other for the record. And they kept fighting until the Peacemaker killed the Red Flag. But the girl in the Suicide Squad called Cleo took the record, and then the Peacemaker chased her for it. Then the whole building started to collapse bit by bit, and Suarez ordered to fire, but the building fell apart, and the Peacemaker reached Cleo and he was about to kill her. But Dubois came at the right time and saved Cleo and killed the Peacemaker. Then Cleo told Dubois tearfully, he killed Colonel Flag. He wanted to share this with the press. It's proof the American government was behind Project Starfish the whole time. Then Dubois took the record and hid it up his sleeve. Then the monster, the starfish, got out of the building and produced a lot of small starfish that killed all soldiers, including Suarez himself. And the lady who saved the flag and her people invaded the room of generals and said, "Generals! We, the people of Corto Maltese, are taking charge of the government. Stand down." Then she killed them. Then the starfish went to destroy the city, but Waller said to the Suicide Squad that their mission is done and they now should return. But Dubois decided to return and save the people from that monster. But Waller tried to end them remotely because they didn't want to listen to her. But the employees of Waller hit her and decided to help the Suicide Squad. Then the Suicide Squad entered a hard-fought battle with the monster until they finally managed to kill the monster and destroy it. Then Dubois talked to Waller and told her that if one of them killed or her daughter something wrong happened to her, he will give the record to the press. Then they took the plane on their way back home. Hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching. The end.